What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. And this whole Gilbert Arenas situation has been picking up serious momentum lately. He made it clear that once his contract with Underdog expired, he would reclaim full ownership of his name. That was the deal he says he had in place, and he has followed through on it. Gil's Arena is back up on his channel. He's already revealed a new studio setup, and he's moving forward with whatever comes next. Patrick Beverly has already publicly said the two of them would make a strong team and has reached out to Gilbert about potentially building something together. And that makes sense when you consider the circumstances, because the cast that built Gil's Arena into what it was is still contractually tied to Underdog. Gilbert's deal ended first, but those guys are not free yet. So, while Gil is out here starting fresh, his former co-hosts are still locked in on the other side. And that's where this gets interesting. A video has surfaced of a few of his former co-hosts reacting to the situation, specifically laughing about the fact that Josiah Johnson referred to the show as Gil's Arena. Nick Young, also known as Swaggy P, caught that and responded with a look that said it all. So let's get into what Swaggy had to say about this a few days ago, because I did manage to download this clip from his story before it disappeared.
Gil, don't start this shit. And if you want to leave, get the fuck up. No. Gil, don't start this shit. I'm all the way in China, but I could tell with something going on. My spider senses start tinkling. I know you ain't seen me in a minute, but I just said, what the fuck you up to?
So the channel, not the show. There's a channel. I think people usually purposely not hear. I think I said this like a couple months ago that my contract is up this year, and then after my contract's up, I will own the name of my show. I thought I said that, and I think they purposely, nobody wanted to listen. I did 50-50 ownerships to get the foundation because I had no idea what it took to run shows. So now I understand how to run shows. So I don't need to do 50-50s no more. That's it. There's nothing, I know. Well, I mean, if I got fired, I got fired with 100%. It don't matter. It don't matter what you say. Just understand. 100. 100.
So that's Gilbert in his own words describing where he stands right now. He has his independence back, and from the way he's talking, it's clear he feels like he doesn't need Underdog guiding him on how to run his own show anymore. He believes he can do this on his own terms. The main thing he'll need to figure out is building a new cast around him, people who bring that same natural chemistry and energy that made the original show work. But what you just heard is him speaking directly about the relationships he built with the people who were on that show with him.
I hate Rashad? No, I don't hate Rashad. That's my guy. I'm not sure they like me anymore. I don't know.
Cause I was just getting messages from Rashad McCants on how you don't like working with y'all, and all of a sudden, you off the show, Gil? Come on, man.
And this right here is the moment that has everyone talking. This is how the show opened today, and a lot of people are reading this as a direct shot at Gilbert Arenas from his former co-hosts.
Okay. Cooper the Hooper. Cooper the Hooper. We got a lot to get into. Here's what's cracking in Gil's Arena today. The Underman Thunder protected home court to take a 3-2 lead in the Western Conference Finals.
What you call it?
The Underman missing Jalen Williams, missing A.J. Mitchell.
What did you call it before? What goes down and where?
Huh?
And what show?
What?
No, this is the Arena. Oh, okay.
The Underman?
What you thought he said? I thought he said something else.
So here's what's cracking in Gil's Arena today.
Oh, see, that's what he said.
Underman Thunder protected home court to take a 3-2 lead in the Western Conference Finals. Are Wemby and the Spurs cooked?
Now, I've been following Nick Young and Gilbert Arenas for a long time, long before there was ever a show. These two have always joked with each other, and I mean about everything. Nick was cracking jokes when Gilbert got arrested. Gilbert has gone after Nick's family, even made Swaggy P's son cry with his jokes years back. That's just how they operate with each other. So when I see Nick poking fun at this situation, part of me thinks it could genuinely just be that same energy they've always had. But at the same time, some of this stuff feels like it might be cutting a little deeper than usual, and it's hard to know where the joke ends and the real feelings begin. What makes it more complicated is that the chat brought up Rashad McCants and some apparent tension there. I noticed Rashad laughing about it too, and Nick said Rashad is still his guy, but acknowledged that some things have happened between them. Then you have Patrick Beverly saying Rashad should text him, and Brendan Haywood's energy just seems different altogether. I don't know exactly what to make of all of it, but something is clearly simmering beneath the surface. What I will say is this: hopefully Gilbert, now that he has his independence back, fully understands the infrastructure needed to build this thing properly, because the challenge ahead of him is real. He helped give that other show its legs, and regardless of how things ended, people are going to keep watching that platform. The cast he built the show with is still over there for the foreseeable future. We don't know the specifics of their contracts, but Gilbert has said his ended before theirs. He can't speak to anyone else's deal runs out, and that's something he's going to have to think very carefully about as he plans his next move. Rebuilding is not going to be simple. He's going to have to be strategic about how he revamps things. Maybe some of the women who used to appear on the show could come back in some capacity, but the bigger question is, which basketball personalities does he bring in? You can't just throw big names together and expect it to work. Chemistry is what made the original show what it was, and that kind of chemistry is hard to manufacture. At the same time, there is something genuinely exciting about building something from scratch. The creative challenge is real, and sometimes starting over opens doors you didn't have before. The one thing I keep coming back to, though, is that whatever Gilbert builds next, it is always going to be compared to what came before. The original run created something people tuned into every single day, and that's exactly why Underdog wanted in, and why you started seeing everyone try to replicate that roundtable sports discussion format afterward. Gilbert and that crew tapped into something that felt authentic, and that authenticity is what drove the audience. Keeping the Gil's Arena name makes sense, but the real question is whether he wants to keep the same format, because people have a deep nostalgic connection to what that show was, and living up to that legacy while also doing something fresh is a genuinely difficult balance to strike. But shout out to Gilbert Arenas for getting his independence and reclaiming his name. And shout out to the guys still holding it down over at the arena as well. They're still doing that thing. Skip Bayless has been popping up over there lately, and I've been trying to figure out exactly what the arrangement is. It seems like they're trying to get him to do double duty somewhere. But honestly, I think they could find someone with sharper basketball takes than Skip. That's not a shot at Rashad McCants or the rest of the crew, but Skip's perspective tends to circle back to the same tired LeBron talking points over and over again, and after a while, that just gets old. Anyway, let me know what you all think about this one down in the comments.